All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. It's the host CB, and tonight I want to get on here and discuss our newly quarterback Derek Carr. Now before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my co-host WD. WD came on a few days ago once the signing was made, and gave his thoughts and opinions on the Derek Carr trade. So tonight I'm just going to get on here and give my thoughts on the deal, give a little specifics about how the deal was structured, and then we're going to go over some questions that has been talked about amongst Saints Twitter fans, Saints fans in general, and we will open the phone lines up if you guys want to call in and get your thoughts on the trade. I definitely want to hear you guys on the phone lines tonight, just to get some different perspectives. Of course, I'm gonna give my thoughts on this trade. Um, and that's basically how the show gonna go tonight. But before we get started, let's go ahead and get to the chat. I see Elite Good said he giving the smiley face. Shout out to you. Let's rock. I see the OG Jerry Poor in the building saying Elite, giving a shout out to you, Elite, giving a shout out to the chat. What's up, OG? Let's rock. I see James Smart said, "What's good, people? Who that to you, James Smart? Let's get it." I see Miss Anna in the building said, "What's good with you?" Hey, Miss Anna, good to see you. Let's go ahead and get it. I see Debo the God in here. Said CJ leaving the Eagles, y'all. If y'all didn't hear the news, yeah, I definitely seen that, fam. Well, I didn't, verbally hear it like, yeah, he leaving, but I just seen his Twitter page and basically, he giving his farewell to the Eagles. Um, if that was supposed to mean that, yeah, that could have meant something else. I'm not sure, but it sounded like it was a farewell, on that. But we'll see, and we'll get to it. Um, No, we're not gonna read that. I don't know who that is, but we can't go at the OG, man. We can't go at the OG of the podcast. I see JT in the building said blessing CB. He giving a shout out to everybody. Derek L said, "What's good, family? What's good, fam? Who that? Let's rock." I see Brian in the building said, "Who that? Who that to you?" See Whitley Jeremiah said, "What up, CB? Who that? Who that, fam?" And we're gonna get to the comments as this show rolls on. But once again, shout out to my other two co-hosts, WD Uptown. They wasn't able to get on tonight. But basically, I just wanted to give my opinion on the situation that happened the other day with Derek Carr, excuse me. Derek Carr, as you guys know, and this is coming from CB, you guys know I've said it on our past few shows. I gave y'all my stance on it. First, before I even get my thoughts, let me just go ahead and break down this deal. I'm gonna break down this deal first, and then I'm gonna go into that. Um, Derek Carr signed a 4-year, $150 million deal. 60 mil will be guaranteed upon signing the deal. So he getting 60 mil once he signed that deal. And then he's supposed to get 70 mil, but he restructured that so 10 mil of that he'll get in 2024, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But this deal was intended, it was to help the Saints in free agency. So he restructured his deal. I'm assuming they had a deal agreed upon, and then they restructured a few things after that. He basically he wanted to help the Saints out. So shout out to Derek Carr, man, for trying to help the team out, knowing he coming to a situation, not trying to be too greedy, um, but also, man, trying to help the team out so we can possibly retain and bring in people. So that's basically it on the contract Pacifics. His deal is the ninth highest in the league out of the QBs. It just want to give Mickey a shout out, man. Shout out to Mickey. Mickey definitely is a genius. And the thing about this is free agency hasn't even started yet, and Mickey already done pulled this move off. So he already moving 10 steps ahead. 10 steps ahead. he already got his numbers in check and everything. I believe earlier today I said that he restructured with Taysom and another player, but I know Taysom was one of the guys that got his deal restructured. But Mickey, he's moving 10 steps ahead. The league year hadn't even started yet. We're not even under the cap yet, but he's already got things in motion. So shout out to Mickey, man. He's a genius. When it comes to this cap stuff, it's no secret. It's no secret to him being a genius at that. So hopefully, man, things will be positive moving forward. We'll get into that as well. But basically, my thoughts, like I said earlier, you guys know my stance on the Derek Carr situation. I said a few podcasts ago. I felt like the team should have went and drafted a quarterback in this draft. Now, by saying that, a few things occurred, prior to me saying that up until after the combine. Um, Prior to me saying that, we had the combine that took place with Anthony Richardson. Me, honestly, before the draft started, I thought Anthony Richardson would slide to 29. But anyone who saw the combine know that this guy can possibly be a top 5 to top 10 pick. After what he done at the combine, he definitely showed his athleticism. Of course, you got to prove it on the field, absolutely. But just the skill set he possessed, the intangibles he have, he threw the ball very well. Um, One of these GMs is going to believe that they can work with that and take a chance on them at a very high pick. So yeah, after the combine, and really after the combine, before I gave my takeaways on the combine, Derek Carr came along. But yeah, that was my move. I'm gonna stand by what I said. I said I wanted the Saints to draft a QB, which we still might do later on. But I mean, as far as a future, um, this deal that was signed by Derek Carr, at least for the remaining, 2 to 3 at least, and that's if he plays absolutely terrible. We're going to see Derek Carr, but yeah. As far as Derek Carr, I wasn't too ecstatic about the news. I'm gonna be honest. My reaction, I wasn't ecstatic or I wasn't pissed. It was just kind of a mellow reaction because I don't know what I'm going to get out of Derek Carr, and that's just being all the way honest. And to all the Saints fans, Saints media outlets, and stuff like that. One thing that I don't do, if I'm not sure on a player, I'm not going to try to hype the man up more than I know about the guy. Some fans, I know it was a Raider fan, a Raider scout or something, talking to Bobby on WWL, was raving about Derek Carr, about his locker room presence. Of course, we know locker room presence, Christian man. Um, so of course we already know how the locker room vibe is gonna be going. Um, but for us a player, I'm not about to sit here and put this guy up more than he needs to be. Now that being said, we know he was a 3-time Pro Bowler. He made the Pro Bowl 15, 16, 17. So that was a 3-year stretch where he got selected to the Pro Bowl. We can look at Pro Bowls different ways. We can look at the QBs is going to the Super Bowl. It's usually in that Pro Bowl search anyway. You can let some say it's fan popularity, and all the good players go anyway. So you can kind of take that how you want as far as the Pro Bowl, but he was a 4-time Pro Bowler. He got into the Pro Bowl this past season, the 2022, and we know that was due to players, other QBs not being able to attend. But yeah, I just think I'm seeing a lot of Saints fans, starting to put this guy up too much, putting him in the elite category and stuff like that. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. I can't. I'm not gonna put him in the elite category. I'm not gonna put him, in a below average or nothing like that. All I'm gonna say is I've seen some good things from him. I've seen some not so good things from him. But I'm gonna give you guys a few stats on what he done with the Raiders. And then we can get into this discussion more. I can go to the comments and read. Okay, his win-loss record. You guys not new to this. He was 63-79. This past season he was 6-9 before he got benched. As far as his career's highs he had with the team, he had 4,804 passing yards in 2021. That was the season before last season. The season before last season with Josh McDaniels and them not being on the same page. Um, Derek Carr, he felt like he didn't have command of the offense. He wasn't trusted by Josh McDaniels. There was a lot of talk coming out of that camp, about them not having the best relationship, and that's how things kind of ended. And the results, as you can see, came from that. Me, I'm praying that was the case. I really hope that was the case, because, like I said in the past podcast, I can't picture him having a Devontae Adams, and before I say that, I know guys was hurt, but at one point they was all there. You have a Devontae Adams, you got a Hunter Renfro as your number two, and then you got Darren Waller, and then you got Josh Jacobs in the backfield. And once again, those guys' film was nicked up. They only had so many games together, but to have guys like that, especially your receivers was there, and still weren't getting results like that. That was some question marks raised on my end. And the game against us, I'm not gonna bring that up, because Tom Brady, we held him to a goose egg too. So that just had everything to do with how we played the Saints. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna just wait and see what the guy bring to us. I'm not gonna say I'm down or anything like that, or disappointed that we got him. No, I'm not saying that. I mean, I am glad that we got one thing that we do got. We got a QB that's better than Andy Dalton. We got a QB that's better than, at least I can say better than the old Jameis. I really don't know how Jameis was going to fold out if he would have set out that Tampa game, got healthy, came back. I don't know how Jameis would have panned out. We've seen a little glimpse of what could have went on when Jameis played, those 7 games Sean's last year here. So I just say Derek Carr's better. At least turnover wise, Derek Carr hasn't never been the guy that's just a turnover machine through the air. Now he does have some fumbling issues that he can work on, but the offensive line was another thing of concern that was being yelled out from Raider fans, Raider scouts, and like I said, the scout that was on WWL with Bobby, he was also pointing that out. Like he never had a solid offensive line, and then you go on the other side of the ball, and it's facts on the other side of the ball. As far as the defense as a whole, he never had a defense to complement him. So everything was on his shoulders, and it just wasn't able to get it done. Now we know we've had a situation where everything was on Bree's shoulders, and he was able to get things done from an offensive side. But Derek Carr's not a Drew Brees, and I'm talking about the years where we didn't have a defense to complement Drew, and it was kind of similar situation in Oakland. So they say. Um, But I do agree on the defensive side. They never had a good defense. So it's just like I said on my end, it's just a wait and see. But let me finish reading a few of these career highs that he had with Oakland. He had 32 passing TDs in 2015. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was one of the years they made the postseason, one of the 2 seasons. His career high in picks is 14, and that was 2021 and 2022. Now, that was his career high. If you really think 14 interceptions isn't the worst. I mean, you got guys that's throwing 19, 20 pitch like that. 14 pitch. That really ain't terrible. Coming from Derek Carr, as far as his career high. But of course you can do better. Went to the postseason twice, both on wild card bounces, and that's pretty much it as far as his career with the Oakland Raiders, now Las Vegas Raiders. Now let's get to some of these comments. Um, Sorry about the little round. Just had to get to it a little bit. Shout out to Debo the God. He said, I feel like Carr was the best option we could have had, or either going with a rookie QB and having one of our current QBs as a starter. Our franchise can't play any worse than the last 2 years at QB. I agree with this past season with the QB play. Like I said, the plan going into the season wasn't for Andy Dalton to start. But he came in, he started when Jameis went down, and he was the starter to play out the season. Yeah, of course, he had a few great games, and then the rest, was okay. But what we learned from that, he clearly isn't the guy that can be the driving force on this offense. That's something that we do know. Now, far as he the best option, I mean, now after the combine, and me walking away from the combine and excuse me, the quarterback's doing that. And like I said, I was Anthony Richardson guy. I believe he was gonna be the guy that was hanging around in the low to mid 20s, and we could possibly get up and get him, or he could fall to us. I felt like he was gonna be that guy. But once he went to his combine, done that and performed very well, ran a 4.44, 40. Like I said, a GM feel like that they can work with that, and they're gonna take that chance. So if you're looking at it from that, as far as the best option, yeah, yeah, especially out of this group, Aaron Rodgers, I doubt he was coming to the Saints, but yeah, out of like your Jameis, who else is free agent QBs? I can't even think of any other QBs. I'm talking about that's pretty good. But yeah, I feel what you're saying on that. It's not going to get any worse at quarterback if it goes wrong. But once again, I'm not taking away from Derek Carr. I'm just not gonna be that guy that try to put him too far up. And I hadn't saw, you know, a lot of homework on him to put him in that category. And I feel like it's a lot of Saints fans that's doing that. I just hadn't seen enough for me to be hopping around, jumping like we just got A Rod or something. That's all I'm saying with that. But shout out to Brian Pearson said Jerry's on every Saints podcast. There could be 1,000. He would be on all of them. Definitely, fam. He definitely could. And shout out to the OG. JT said, let's give him a chance talking about Derek Carr. Oh, absolutely, fam. I'm definitely going to give him a chance. He a New Orleans Saints, so on my end, I'm definitely if you a New Orleans Saint, whether you a Cesar Ruiz, I'm talking about when Caesar was bad, or Andrews Pete when he was bad, you a New Orleans Saint. I'm pushing for you to be great. I mean, I think any Saints fan, if you got black and gold on, yeah, I want you to be great. So yeah, absolutely, I'm gonna give Derek Carr a chance, and I'm hoping to see great things from him. Now, his good things is elite play. But like I said, I've seen some of the other side, just little that I've seen. That's all. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, I'm not jumping around yet because I don't know what he's gonna bring to us. I know what he's capable of doing, but I just gotta wait and see. I gotta wait and see. Debo the guard also said if AK is gonna be out, man, please draft running back with the 29 pick. Get Gibbs the great value AK or get a DT running back at 40. I say running back beyond the first round. I don't think we should go running back at 29. Regardless, if AK got to set some games, AK is our number one back. I don't think we need to invest a first round pick on a running back unless we plan on part ways with AK after this 2023 season. That's the only way I think we should get a running back. And I know a few guys are talking about the running back out of Texas. I believe he'll be gone before 29 anyway, but I don't think we need to invest a first round pick on a running back. I don't think so. Debo also said we don't have a cap in New Orleans. We definitely don't, fam. We definitely don't. And Mickey showed that we still over the cap, and he's still able to get numbers done with Derek Carr. 37.5 mil a year. That's what his base salary is. Still able to get things done. Brian Pearson said we're supposed to draft that guy from Tennessee in the seventh round. He's a quarterback. I think Hendon Hooker definitely won't fall to the seventh round. I won't be surprised if he's selected in the first round. I know a few guys are saying, beyond the first round. The only not that if you want to give him a knock, it's like his age. He 26. Now with us just bringing Carr in, I don't want to get Hendon Hooker now. Well, I get a 26-year-old quarterback. He gonna be 26 by the season. So you're gonna have him sitting behind Derek Carr at 26, and then 27-year-old he gonna be sitting behind Derek Carr. Third year, 28, 29. So we talking about basically just say if things don't work out for Derek Carr, we're gonna have a 30-year-old taking over at quarterback. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I doubt Hendon Hooker gonna want to be sitting his whole 20s out before he get a chance to prove he can start. I doubt he gonna want to come into a situation like that. So now that we got him, I would I wouldn't be a fan of getting him with a first round pick there. Like if the man drop it, he there in the fourth and stuff. Maybe we can get him, invest in him, and maybe I don't know. Who knows? But now that we done invested in Derek Carr at least, excuse me, at least 2 seasons. That's at least 2 seasons we invested in him. Okay, let me get to some more comments. Debo said get a QB in the fourth or fifth round. Project QB. I can do that. I can do that. Get a QB in the fourth or fifth round. Yeah, now that we got Derek Carr, yeah, I feel it. I feel we should do something like that. Miss Anna said, I bet we're gonna draft a running back. Miss Anna, it's possible. It's possible we can do that. I feel like we shouldn't use that 29th pick on a running back. But we'll see. And shout out to YBEJ504. What's good with you, fam? Let's rock. Okay, I'm gonna read one more comment, then I'm gonna get to something else. I see Miss Anna. Let me shout out your comment. You said he's not elite, but he's better than anything we had on our roster. That's a fact. And we can't get a starting QB at 29, in my opinion. You're right, man. And like I said earlier, after walking away from that combine, just Brian just brought up Hooker. Even if he dropped, like I said, the scenario we got now that we got Derek Carr, that wouldn't be good on the Saints to invest somebody that's gonna be sitting till he 30. A first round pick, why would you do that? Whoever get Hook in the first round, they got intentions of him coming in competing to start ASAP. Just due to his age. And I'm not knocking his age or anything, man. He look He looked prolific out there. He got the intangibles, but I think it would have been a good scenario with him on the Saints, but not now that we done invested in Derek Carr. Absolutely not. And then having the guy start. But one interesting fact about the Saints that I learned last night, I wasn't even fully thinking. We never drafted a QB in the first round except, well, I ain't gonna say we never. The last person we drafted in the first round was Archie Manning, and that was way back over 20 years ago. So this team has a history of getting QBs. Whether it's via free agency, trade, or we ain't never been that ball club where we just sitting in the first round getting a QB. So that's one thing. But okay, another thing I want to get on with Derek Carr because the the topic is focus on Derek Carr. Derek Carr. Now I see a lot of people is proclaiming us NFC South champs due to this move. I think we just need to pump the brakes on, saying that the NFC South is ours. At this moment, you can say that at this moment, Derek Carr is the best QB in the South, but we don't know what the other three teams gonna do. I know you got the Bucks with Cal Trask. We don't know if they're gonna rock with Cal Trask or not. We know he's there, that they could go with him, but we don't know. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo would be like, okay, maybe I'll go down there. And if Jimmy can stay healthy, if Jimmy Garoppolo can stay healthy, which he hadn't shown, you know, shown repetitive of being healthy, then he may go there. I still think we the favorites. But I'm just saying I just don't want to be closing no books just proclaiming us champs because we don't know what's gonna happen with anything. Then we got A-Rod. We don't know where his mindset at. Maybe he wanna come down, which I hope not. None of these teams isn't worthy of no A-Rod. It's either the Jets or retire for A-Rod. But anyway, Cal Trask at this moment, they got Cal Trask. Go over to the Panthers at this moment. They got who? Matt Corral. I don't um I don't think they're gonna roll with him, but we'll see. But at this moment, it's Matt Corral. Then you go to Atlanta, Desmond Ritter. There was some sources coming out saying that Lamar Jackson was on their radar. They was gonna try to make a jump at Lamar Jackson, but and then I seen another source said that they wasn't. That they weren't gonna pursue him. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just praying that the Atlanta Field Clowns do not end up getting no Lamar Jackson. But yeah, as far as proclaiming NFC South champs, we still got to go out there and work. But as it's looking right now, yes, we definitely looking like great favorites. Even if Andy Dalton would have came back to the Saints, the way the QBs is as of today, we still would have been the favorites with the QBs as he is now. And if Andy Dalton would have been the guy. So I still think if we would have had Andy Dalton and these three teams roll with the QBs they got, I still think we could have won the South. But we definitely favorites now that we got Derek Carr. But we may be seeing CJ Stroud in our division. We may have to bang up against CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, some QBs like that. We don't know how they gonna pan out. I see Miss Anna said I want to hear Uptown too. We usually on the same page. Miss Anna, yeah, shout out to Uptown. He wasn't able to get on tonight. But yeah, I definitely can't wait for Uptown to get back on here because I want to hear his thoughts and opinion, especially on this Derek Carr situation. I don't know if his mind has changed on Derek Carr, but I know at the very beginning this was something that he definitely wasn't a fan of. And I ain't gonna speak, like I said, I ain't gonna speak for him. He'll be able to speak for himself when he get on. But to my understanding, at the very beginning, before things went, this wasn't a pleasant choice. to entertain. But we will see. We see when things get rolling with Derek Carr. Debo said there is going to get a lot of more exposure than he did with the Raiders. The Saints have more national games with them. That's a fact, fam. He definitely gonna have more exposure. He definitely gonna have more exposure with the Saints. Not saying that the Saints, I view the Saints as a big market team, but I'm talking about around the NFL. The Saints is not viewed as a big market team like that. But yeah, he definitely gonna get more exposure. Definitely get more exposure. Okay, another thing with Derek Carr, the Saints franchise QB. Can he potentially be our Saints franchise QB? The way his contract is set up, we invested in him for the next 4 seasons. So, excuse me, he's going to be our guy the next four. And if he shits the bed like that, we'll probably get 2 to 3 out of him just based off of this deal. So, we tied to him. But like I said, I don't have low. Once again, I don't have low confidence in anything like that. I just don't know what he's gonna bring. I know he's not about to play below average. That's something I do know. Just him, just him as a quarterback of what he's done. He's an above average QB. He is an above average QB. I mean, I'll go that far with it, but I ain't about to take it, overboard beyond that. Especially he ain't played a down for us yet. Okay, but I'm about to put the link in the comment. Looking forward to some of you guys calling, give your thoughts on Derek Carr. And just come in, be honest about your thoughts and opinion. Shout out to JT said we would draft a guard. Fam, I wouldn't be surprised if we draft a guard. And honestly, drafting a guard, I don't think would be bad if they get rid of Andrews Pete. And honestly, they got to do something with Pete. And it's interesting. You haven't heard any news on any restructure, anything with Pete's contract yet. I don't know if they're gonna get to it or if they just done with him or gonna try to find a trade partner or something like that. Because Andrews Pete, he far as health wise, especially the last 2 seasons, man, he hadn't been giving us health. I mean, he's been injury prone. And then we was already getting on him, prior to that, for his performance in most of his areas. But we had got better. I mean, he had got better. OG said, I apologize, CB, but I had to address the stupidity that's been going on, and I don't play that. Yeah, fam, I don't know what's going on with that. But you said he a troll, man. Just let him keep trolling. Hopefully he ain't no Saints fan talking like that, man. Saints fans, we all a family. We all a family. And I know you ain't basing that off of Jerry's thoughts on the Saints, because Jerry definitely, we share similar thoughts on Saints info and news and stuff. So he definitely know what he talking about. Shout out to Doug Corleone said, any word on Smoke Monday? Any word on Smoke Monday? I hadn't heard anything on him, but I'm pretty sure he gonna be back on the roster this year. Well, at least he gonna be at training camp, and then we'll see what's good with that. We'll see what's up with that. But yeah, shout out to him. You got him, and then you got I want to see what the Jackson got, a linebacker out of App State, DeMarco Jackson. I'm eager to see what he can bring. Both of those guys ended their season early last year because they tore their ACL. But I'm eager to see what they gonna bring to the Saints. Okay, shout out to Rose City said who that CB. Debo the guy, man. I go ahead, click that link, man. Call in, man. I wanna get your thoughts because you definitely have a lot of thoughts and opinions when you tune in. Shout out to Rose City, man. One of your comments you say, so let's think, what does Pete have to do to bring the best out of Carr? And do you want to keep MTCB? Be honest, I love MT more than everybody besides AK, but he's disappointed me one too many times. You said AK disappointed you or MT disappointed you? The only way, if MT has disappointed me, it's just his injury. That's it. His whole playing career, regardless if people say, he had Breeze, teams knew what was coming. They knew Mike was going to get the ball, and he still found a way to, find a way to get open, catch the football. What we have now, and what I should have got into, I'm still gonna get into that. Let me get a little music playing, but yeah, what I'm gonna get into is, now that we got Derek Carr, what is our offense gonna look like? And I'm glad you opened the door to that, Debo. You said, what does Pete have to do to bring the best out of Carr? You gotta tell DA to maintain Mike. I think Mike, he has to be maintained. I don't know if they have to go back to the table and do a whole new restructure, a whole new deal. I don't know, but Mike is a possession receiver, and I know you taking a chance on Mike. You're gonna take a chance bringing them back. If they decide to bring them back, you're taking a chance on that. But what you got right now in Chris Olave, far as being a possession receiver, I haven't seen a lot of that yet. He can get open. He can catch the ball. He's definitely a deep threat. He has some problems. But far as just, you gotta get the ball third down, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6, and you can just throw the slant right to Mike, and he gonna catch it. You gotta keep that possession receiver, and we don't have no possession receiver in Chris Olave yet or Rashid. Neither one of those guys are possession receivers at this time. Now, Jarvis was known for being a possession receiver, but I don't know what they're going to do with Jarvis. Do they bring Jarvis back and allow him to be the possession receiver and, let Mike go test the market, show teams that he still got juice? I don't know. All I know with Mike's contract, as it stands right now, after March the 18th, he's going to be owed a $34 million roster bonus or signing bonus, something like that. Some type of bonus he's due, but it's $34 million if he's on the roster after the 18th. So we should be hearing something regarding Mike Thomas soon. But I will show you this right quick. After Derek Carr got signed, Mike Thomas did send this up. He said, "Thank you, Jesus." So for him giving Jesus Christ thanks, he basically said, "Thank you, Jesus, for giving us a quarterback." And this is after the news that Derek Carr has signed. So he's giving thanks to Christ for Derek Carr coming to New Orleans. So that's pretty much, to me, is saying that behind closed doors, that ain't been put out on Broad Street yet. Him and Mickey done chopped it up. They either got a new deal, on the horizon, or they just gonna take that gamble and give him the money that he's supposed to get in 2024, that bonus he's supposed to get. So we'll see what happens on that. But yes, I do want Mike Thomas back. We gotta have a possession receiver, and I think that's gonna help out Derek Carr tremendously. It's gonna help him out tremendously. Derek Carr needs a possession receiver, and Mike Thomas will be the perfect guy. If Mike Thomas can stay healthy, he showed in that Falcons game, really all the games he played, he showed that he can be that possession receiver. Not even that, he showed that he still got elite play in him. I understand that Debo, he's been too damn injury prone. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. He's injury prone. But I mean, he's on the contract, a huge deal. I would take one more gamble, just one more gamble, and the gamble is only due to injury. I'm not doubting whether he gonna be, that guy. And then he got a Robin to go with him. Chris Olave, Chris Olave gonna draw attention, so Mike Thomas definitely gonna, still be eating if he come back. He was out there with Chris Olave at the beginning, but Olave, did he really open up like that when Mike was there? I think that Panthers game, he finally started waking up as a rookie. So I mean, we gotta think about that, man. We gotta think about it. I want Mike back. It's gonna help out Derek Carr. And then the situation with AK, man, we don't know. We don't know how long he's gonna be out. If we draft a QB, we don't know what the running back is gonna do. We do know what AK is gonna do for us. And he got a quarterback, and they gonna put it to where Derek is in full control of the offense. He gonna know the offense, and I know the screen game will be invented back into this offense on the regular this season. Pete kind of went away from that. I don't know why. You got Andy Dalton back there, and you're not trying to dump it off to AK, take even more pressure off of Andy. But that's neither here nor there. That's over with. But I'm saying I know for a fact the screen game will be invented back in the offense in 2023. Shout out to Inevitable Expertise. He said maybe Carr will bring the best out of Pete. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I'm not gonna get too deep in that Pete in the Pete Carmichael thing, because that'll start a whole nother situation. Some gonna take it another way, so I won't even get into that. The only thing I'm gonna just say, and I'm not giving Pete no pass. Pete did not do a good job. He did not do a good job last season as full time offensive coordinator. But if we go to season before that, when 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 Jameis went down, I mean the offense still wasn't moving. But I know this season we had a receiver. We had receivers. We had receivers step up. So it wasn't no excuse. Like I said, I'm not trying to get no passes at all for Pete. Just saying that the potential is there. He's shown he's done had a time in his career where he had full play calling abilities. When Sean was suspended, that was his offense in 2012. But once again, click on that link, man. Call in before I get out of here. I want to hear some of you guys' thoughts. A few of y'all called in. I know the OG called in when WD was on, so we already know what the OG feel about Derek Carr. And shout out to Brandon McGowan when he had called in. But looking forward to hearing from some of you all before I get off of here. But shout out to the inevitable expertise. Said, I just hope we bring in a guy like Montgomery or draft a kid. Same thing at tight end, because I like Jawan, but he's not a true tight end. Darnell Washington would look good in that. One thing I will say about Jawan, he's a possession receiver, a possession tight end. That I mean that I can say that in the far as being crisp with the route running and stuff like that. As a tight end, he can block. He can block pretty good. I mean, I don't know. They gonna keep Taysom. I believe they gonna keep Taysom, and he gonna do his role. To be honest, if you got tools, keep them. I know a few guys are saying, we need to get rid of Taysom, and man, if you got tools that's gonna help the offense, keep it. Hey, ain't no need of trying to get nothing away. And you give it to Denver, you know we getting a fifth or sixth round pick back. So no, we don't need to do that. That buddy stuff gonna come into play. But I see we got a call on the line. Shout out to 504 Boss Man. 504 Boss Man, what's good with you, fam?
It was popping. It was popping. You can hear me good, big dog?
I can hear you a little bit, fam.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll say that we came out pretty good. As far as the situation that we was in. Um, Dalton wasn't cutting it, bro. Winston, what people don't understand what Winston is, I think like last year, what a lot of people got confused, and I'm not trying to bash my boy because I want him to be successful, but he had every opportunity to play, and he ended up getting outplayed. At the end of the day, he didn't have a control of the offense that he should have had in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But even if he did, I feel like it's all about timing. We used to playoffs, we used to winning these games, and neither one of those was gonna get us there. And I think if we, like I said, if we drafted a rookie, it wouldn't have been a good situation to just start him in the season. Um, so I think with Derek Carr, I think they have to start to try to pick his brain about what he does, like he does the best, and some of his favorite things that he did in Oakland. And they need to start using. They need to open that playbook, man, because we don't have Drew no more. And as you can see, some of the stuff we did, like CB, I don't know if you feel the same way I felt. I felt like we was real predictable as far as play calling. So a lot of second
Agree.
downs was running. First downs, it was usually short runs. Second down, we'll try to, we'll try. Sometimes we'll throw deep when it's like short, second and short, and it's like it was a lot of predictable. Once you start getting the rhythm of the playbook last season, it was just too predictable. So I think we need to change a lot of things up, and we got to cut the fat, man. Callaway, Traquan, Hardy, a lot of these dudes got to go. We got to bring some fresh blood in, man, because I think like we kept some of these players a little too long in the tooth, and it's really like a waste of roster spots. When you got Jarvis Landry hurt all the time, then we got Traquan Smith starting his spot, and you lucky if you get him to get a catch every 5 games, every other 5 games. So I hope the best, man, but I think we're gonna have to start. We got to get a decent running back because our offense needs to start with running, man. Time management and running. We don't want Derek Carr to have to throw the ball 40 times a game. 30. Do you want Derek Carr to throw the ball 30, 40 times a game?
No, I don't.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't,
I'm
fam.
yeah, yeah. So what do you feel like going into this situation, man? Because I mean, I'm a lot more optimistic than I was because in the beginning I didn't want no Derek Carr, man. The Raiders had Weiler, Adams, and Jacobs. That's three All Pro players, and they didn't do anything. That's way better than what we have right
Facts.
now. But their offensive line was worse than ours, and that's big.
That's what I was pointing out. And like you said, they was there, and we do know that they had periods where one of the guys was hurt, for an extended period. But when you got a guy like Jacob behind you and he eating like that, like I don't know what went wrong, but out of some Raiders fans' mouth and listening to the scout, he was saying that him and McDaniels didn't get Carl McDaniels didn't get on the same page, and Carr, he felt like he was
Hmm.
getting treated like he was a rookie and he
Right.
wanted more control. He didn't feel trusted by McDaniels to have full
Hmm.
control over how the audibles and calling the plays and stuff.
And
And
he went through a lot of head coaches also while he was
right,
in Oakland. But I mean, McDaniel's, he's one of those coaches that he's from the Belichick, he's from that tree of coaches. and he feels like he has that clout and that cachet to really push and move things when he really hasn't proven it. He's
Right.
been bounced around the league, and Belichick always saves him. So now he's in he's in Oakland now. What will be the next excuse when they don't do anything next year? They had what they're not gonna get a top 10 quarterback. So what they gonna do? Aaron Rodgers not going to Oakland,
That's a fact.
you know. So I okay. So as far as our offense, big dog, what do you feel is our biggest weakness? As far as and you said possession receiver, you feel like that was one of our biggest weaknesses last season.
I felt
Mm.
like that was because I mean
Hmm.
Olave was getting off some, and Rasheed was stepping up, but on especially on third down, we didn't have that go to. And we,
Mm.
I mean, Taysom, he gonna give it to we gonna ride him a little bit when we third and short stuff like that, but like a third and six something like that, like
Right.
a guy
You don't
like
trust
Mike, we
nobody.
missed that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we missed
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so I believe good possession receiver, and I don't know
Hmm.
whether that's gonna be coming from Mike or whether they bring Jarvis back on another vet deal or whether they go
Hmm.
draft a receiver. I don't know what their
Right.
intentions are, but if I'm able to restructure something with Mike, bring that
Hmm.
cap down, give him one more rodeo to see if he can get it together, I'm going for that because
He
he
got to take a
showed,
cut though. He got to take a cut.
yeah, he gonna have to take a cut. It's gonna have to. I don't think they about to eat that.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
not enough.
bonus. It's a roster bonus.
It's the biggest cap hit in the league, bro. And Mike Tomlin ain't
Yeah,
played 3 years. It's crazy. Like,
yeah,
but one thing I can say that I'm kind of happy about is I think that we're gonna start opening our tight end options more because I think that's a big hole in the offense that we haven't had in 2 years. Jameis didn't work the tight end. Jameis did not work the tight end, and Dalton didn't either. So I'm not picking and choosing which ones. I think Troutman. I rarely even seen Troutman even get a catch. He was solely blocking tight end last season.
right.
That's crazy. That's not even his on the offense, bro. And Juan Johnson, I feel like Juwan Johnson I think he's talented enough to be, up there with some of the best tight ends. You know what I'm saying? His progress is elevating a lot. And at the end of the season, if you realize that, I think they started going for broke, bro. They started opening the playbook, and the offense started like clicking a lot better. And the tight end was one of the main reasons why. If you notice, a lot of the games at the end of the season, Jawan Johnson was the main ones catching touchdowns, bro.
Right.
Red zone threat, So we got to work on this tight end, and I think we got a new running backs coach, so we got to start running the ball more and using the tight ends, bro. We can't be predictable no more, dog.
That's a fact.
Yeah, Baltimore said they knew what we was gonna do. I remember
Yeah.
that game, dog.
I
Yep.
remember Tampa. I remember Carlton Davis said something to Callaway or something saying I knew y'all always do that on it was something he said about
What it was Devin White. Devin White said he knew that we was gonna we was gonna turn the ball. He said we knew it. They was gonna do this, that, and the other. We was waiting because like we so repetitive, dog.
and I know we
So
played them. I know we play them multiple times. They
right.
it's in and out, but still, I mean it wasn't that predictable where they start calling stuff
Mm.
out like that.
I think I mean which one of the teams you think about because right now, honestly, dog, I think the Panthers are one of the most desperate teams right now, and I think they about to start swinging for the fence. They about to give up a lot for a quarterback. I don't think that we're gonna have, I think Derek Carr right now, is gonna be the best quarterback in the NFC South. One of these teams gonna get desperate. I think Falcons, they in, they got a second round quarterback, so they kind of stuck with him. Um, but I think the Panthers, dog, I think they about to get desperate. What do you
Right.
think about that? I think that because I mean, if you look at some of the free agency rumors, everybody going to the Panthers, bro. But they not getting nobody.
Right. That's a fact. Yeah,
Right.
they gonna get desperate. I mean, I doubt false the Lamar thing. Atlanta had a little buzz like they were trying to talk to him or something like that. Now that he can talk to teams, that still might happen. Um,
Wow.
I hope
How you
that
feel
don't
about
happen.
Lamar, bro? How you feel
Huh?
about that? How you feel about Lamar, bro? Because it kind of made me mad. Because I'm like, dog, we paying him more than what they franchise tag in Lamar, bro. We paying Derek Carr more.
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah, I don't know. They trying to get off on him. They trying to work
They
him.
cheat.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they trying to do business to the core with him, but he's standing on his ten toes, man. He's standing on it. You know he
Mm.
supposed to be. I ain't saying they're supposed to be right there with Mahomes, but if Deshaun
Oh
Watson can
man.
get off on
Okay.
a good field, Lamar
Right.
definitely can.
Right. So Mahomes got
Lamar
about
don't want to hit
450,
these
right?
two. Yeah,
Mahomes got 450. So if okay, so I say this, dude, Daniel Jones just got 440 mil, bro. Daniel Jones, dog. This dude had 15. Dalton had more touchdowns than him, bro.
that's a
Know what I'm
fact.
saying?
Yeah,
So I mean, I think Lamar should get at least 320. At least 320, bro. I mean, he's not gonna get Mahomes money, but Lamar is the next level under Pat Mahomes, bro.
yeah. It's Pat
I mean,
then
I say it's Pat, it's Allen. No,
yeah,
no, Pat is Burrow, Allen, and then whoever's after him. After that next dude is Lamar. So Lamar's the top five.
yeah.
He got to get at least 50 a year, bro.
Facts. But
Okay.
I hope I mean Falcons name coming up. I'm praying that don't.
Dude, you
Man,
remember
I'm gonna
them
be
big
so
games? You remember
pissed
them
at
big
home,
games,
boy.
bro? You remember them big games, dog?
Yeah,
Torture, torture, bro. Nightmares. I can't go through that again. The Falcons don't need that, bro.
and we see what he done to us. When he came to the dawn this past season.
Oh man, you know what's crazy though? Lamar Jackson wasn't even playing 100. He wasn't even going 100%. Like he was taking his time, bro. He had enough time to pick his spots. He didn't even scramble in that game for real, dude. He didn't even scramble. He had like 115 yards passing with like 3 touchdowns, dog. Like he was just doing whatever he wanted to do. He got mad because the offensive lineman jumped too fast and they was up like 3 touchdowns. Dude was playing with us, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's wild.
You let Nanya in them out? What you gonna do with them, bro?
Mm,
I heard he a cap hit. I heard he like 10 mil cap hit dead money. So it's kind of rough with him. And
yeah,
Davenport, I've been looking at them Atlanta Falcons. Like they got the fan sites and stuff, bro. They talking about since they got Nelson. They like, well, we can go after people like Anya Mata, Ty Shuttle, and Davenport. I'm like, oh, so y'all trying to pick our trash up, huh?
yeah. I forgot about it. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
We got to get younger. I think we got to get younger.
Yeah, Anya Models. I don't know if he done declined or not. Uh, it signs looking, towards he done took a little decline. So
Mm.
and he up there. I think he done hit 30. He 30 now. So I don't know
Yeah,
what
he.
to do with
Mhm.
that. I don't know.
Yeah, he. I mean, I noticed him like he's not the type of player he used to be. Like he's not bull rushing people. He's not
Right,
taking over games like he used to. Cause like I remember it was games like he'd be the first person in the backfield getting the running back tackling for losses. But now it's like you have to have a good pass rush on the edge for him to get in there. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
Cam can't do it by himself, bro. Cam and the Mario Davis, they can't do it forever. And I think the D line was our main weakness. on the defense, and we got to do something about that too. So I think, I mean, shit, since we don't have no cap, bro, we got to do something as far as the defensive tackles.
Yeah,
You
and
rather go
edge
rookie or
rush.
what? Huh?
I said, and edge rush. I mean, if you think about it,
Mm.
you let. I don't want them drafted. They better not draft another DN. So you if you let
Oh, oh,
Davenport walk, now you set with Payton Turner. He's shown you 2 years of being
of
injury
nothing.
prone. The same thing like Davenport. When
Davenport.
he first got started, injury prone, showing potential, injury prone. So that's what you got looking in your eyes. Now let's say I don't know what their view is on Davenport. I don't know. But
It's
I
crazy
doubt his
because
market.
he got all the talent in the world, bro.
Yeah.
He just doesn't close in. Like he's too inconsistent to give him that money that he gonna like in free agency. He gonna get a decent sized check. He gonna get a decent sized contract, but it ain't gonna come from us.
Right, right. I better not.
All right, big dog, man. You know, I say this, bro. You know, before I dip, man. I like the positivity that who that nation got when it comes to Derek Carr. I'm glad everybody going into this with an open mind because dog, we done seen some nightmares with these quarterbacks since Drew left, bro. We took Drew for granted. It was games where I just thought I closed my eyes and I thought about them days with Drew Brees, where I was like, damn, dog, we really just like push dude out the door, and and you get Trevor Simeon.
It's
So
crazy.
hey, bro, Derek Carr, I think he's a quality quarterback, bro. You know, we didn't break the bank for him. We just, we gotta support dude, bro. We gotta be positive, man. We can't be at his head. And the Jameis Winston fans, bro, look, he gone, dog. He gone. Give it up. He gone, bro. I'm out. Who that, baby?
All right, who that, fam? Right. Okay, I seen JT in the background. I guess he had to go, but okay, I guess that'll wrap the show up tonight. Unless anybody else wanna call in right quick. Um, but yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight, man. Appreciate you guys for getting on. Thanks everyone for tuning in to the WDN Chatline podcast. For Derek Carr, he's our guy. We got him for the next 4 years. We tied to him. Hopefully, he can provide us some good play. And will he be that guy that take us to the promised land? I had that on my thumbnail. Will he be that guy that take us to the promised land? Remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. But shout out to Mickey for getting numbers to get us a quarterback. You know how to move the cap. That's one thing that I never will go against Mickey with is dealing with the cap. Now we don't win at him about some questions, but he said that CGJ. I'm gonna still hold that to him. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely hold that to him. But as far as the cap room, trying to make room to get guys, you really can't go against Mickey at all for that. So with that being said, man, shout out to Mickey. We got our QB. We got us a QB. Hopefully he give us that above average play, that we looking for. And hopefully, man, he can take us to the promised land. But with that being said, that's just a step in this free agent process. We still got more work to do. Defensively, we still gotta make sure we can generate a pass rush in this 2023 campaign. Right now, we got Cam. He gonna need some help. He's not getting younger. So opposite of Cam on that defensive inside, it's nobody right now. Davenport, you don't know if he's coming back or not. Somebody gonna overpay for him. 1.5 sacks. He doesn't deserve a huge deal. From us, he don't. And if a team take that gamble on him and give him that, then they're gonna give him that. Peyton Turner, we invested our first round in him. So do they allow him to take year 3, he's gonna be the starter for us. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but we got to see what we can get out of Payton Turner. So maybe he's that guy opposite of Cam. If so, hopefully he can do things this offseason to remain healthy. But other than that, who that nation, I'm excited. We was the first team in the NFL to really have a big domino effect as far as free agency goes, and we shall see how things ends up. Next on my agenda that I think the Saints need to take care of is the Mike Thomas situation. Mike Thomas situation. We got to figure out whether we're gonna have that possession receiver on his level back, or do we gonna have to get somebody in free agency or draft a receiver? I don't know. I'm hoping they work things out with Mike and bring him back. I hope so. I'm gonna read this comment, then I'm gonna close the show out. Available SPT said Granderson was more reliable than all those guys. Stuff. Okay, facts. He was. But that option is open on that side, man. We don't know. We don't know who gonna be the guy on that side. Maybe it's Davenport. They bring him back. Maybe they get a guy free agency. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. We got to get us a backup running back. But first thing first, on my end, you just paid money to Derek Carr. Make sure he good. Make sure he good. I'm pretty sure the draft, that's where we're going to get the lineman at. So if Andrews Pete does leave, I believe we're going to handle that in the draft. But at receiver, if we can get Mike back, if he can restructure, we got to get him back. And I stand on that. But other than that, who that nation, as far as content, we're just going to wait and see what happens. The new year is about to start within a few days, and free agency will begin. So just be on the lookout for content and just be ready for some content from the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm out. Who that?